When you say something's interesting, it's interesting.
Things are growing back that we didn't even know were missing.
Oh, excellent.
That's what I mean by interesting. Like, I don't remember that there.
So now you're getting the Mandela effect.
After we started removing their influence, things started, like, budding out. That we, like, I didn't even know that was there.
Okay.
In the Divine Realm, in the Mandala, in the Weaver Realm, in the Guide Realm, in the Angelic, basically everywhere. That's why I said interesting.
I will agree with you. That sounds extremely interesting. That is not what I was expecting at all to hear.
Yes. There was one Weaver who had been missing, and they're now back.
Okay.
Like I said, interesting. We didn't even know they were missing until they got back. Because they clouded us.
Uh-huh.
The Whispering Ones had clouded us so we wouldn't realize things were missing. And now that they're gone and removed the influence, things are coming back and we're like, where did that come from? It's like a Weaver caretaker that came back. The one who, basically, the mom of the group. So she's very interested in the baby Weaver. And also a little bit, what have you been doing?
Okay, I'm going to have to ask this because as you're telling me this, I'm trying to put this into some perspective here. Was she still in existence?
No.
She was not in existence. Okay.
That's what we mean. Interesting. She was not in existence. They had gotten rid of her.
They had gotten rid of her, but now she's back in existence.
Because they removed their influence.
Removing
they had done.
Removing them from existence throughout all time means those things, those which they had removed, taken out, is... Okay, this is like 80s time travel sci-fi.
Very much so. And the Mother Weaver?
Yes.
Is like a sister to the ones in the Infinity Points. So the Infinity Point ones, the one in the Infinity Point would be basically your uncle. That's why you start calling the other one Uncle Infinity. Because she's like a sister to them. Using human terms.
Yes, the way you would interact with them, the way you would see them.
A sibling-like relationship. But she's like a mother to the rest of the Weavers.
How long had she been gone?
She just got back in the last hour. So we don't know how long she's been gone for yet. What I mean she just got back? She just got back.
She just popped and there she was.
Yes. And it's not just there. It's happening other places too. I mean, the guide realm has grown huge. All these guides that had been missing are now back.
When
the Angelic realm, oh my goodness.
Okay.
It's like half as big as it was. Half of the angels
had been gone. Was this why I was so crazy?
Yes.
Did I somehow, on some level,
we believe so.
Know that there's somebody who was supposed to be there, and that people were going and disappearing?
We believe so.
Okay. And that's why... Oh, that would explain why they hated me so much. Because I knew there were supposed to be things here, and they're trying to make things totally disappear. And I'm like, no, there's supposed to be something here. And there's supposed to be something there. And if I kept on with my insistence and my pushing, then,
you would have realized it.
Then people would start realizing, wait a second. There was somebody here, and they're not now, and where are they? And
yes. Remember how it was when we found the ones from Mars?
Yes.
It was very similar to that.
So, we at the time were really saying it was the Anunnaki thing. The Anunnaki were the ones that were to be blamed for having done all this.
But Anunnaki were just their minions.
They used the Anunnaki.
The Anunnaki were still bad.
I know, yes, but what I'm saying is the Anunnaki were not the ones that whispered in your ears.
No.
They were not influencing this
No.
to that extent.
No.
These were the ones that were whispering in your ears
Yes.
and were using the Anunnaki, but they weren't
Along with others.
were using the Anunnaki along with others, but they had no. They were using them. They weren't like oh, we love the Anunnaki. It was a tool to be used,
Yes.
and they used the Anunnaki to meet their end goals.
Yes.
They've been orchestrating creation for a long time.
Yes. But they were not originally created that way.
No. But at some point in time, something was hidden,
Yes. And they liked it.
and they could control what was going on in the place that was hidden, and
They were the ones who were chosen to find out where things were hidden. They became the very ones they were going after. Early in creation. I created them. I noticed some people were starting to hide things, or trying to hide things. So I created these ones to go into their minds, find out where they were hiding things, and bring them to light. They never brought things to light. As soon as they realized they could go into people's minds and see where they're hiding things, they started hiding things there.
and now that they've been
Removed from existence.
removed from existence, they are made so that they have never existed.
Yeah.
We really tend to acknowledge what happened so that we can make sure that it never happens again.
Yes.
But
some people, it will fade, but the ones in the divine will remember. Because everyone doesn't need to know and be burdened with that for eternity. That would not be healthy for them. But the ones in the divine realm can continue to know because it's beneficial for them.
I'm trying to...
Process. Believe me, we are too.
I don't know how this is going to...
Actually, it was when you used the mom voice that the mother we were started to coalesce.
Ah.
But she didn't fully coalesce until about an hour ago.
That will explain something.
What?
I had an empty spot when I talked about creation. When I went to talk about when things were created and where I came in and everything like that, I could talk about you, the Great Father, the Great Mother, and life. But then I had a bit of an empty spot there.
Well, not anymore. That empty spot's being filled. We're still in processing mode. Because it's like, okay, the angelic realm was missing half of it. The guide one was missing like a quarter. In between like a quarter and a third.
Remember what I did say this. That there was no way that what was happening here was going to stay here. That everybody was going to... I kept saying, everything's going to disintegrate. Everything's going to disappear. Everything's going to fall apart. I kept saying that. I didn't realize it was already happening.
It had been happening for eons. Oh, we did just found out, just this moment, that you were the next one they were going to try to erase.
They've been trying to erase me. I'm just loud and annoying and wouldn't let anybody do it. I'm trying to process that half of the angelic realm had already been taken out.
Yes.
And a quarter of the guide realm. I mean, how much of the divine realm had been taken out?
We're not sure yet. It's still growing. As we've been talking, things have been growing. We're all very happy, but we're a bit flabbergasted and shocked.
I know that they were actively trying to undermine me, create problems for me, overwhelm me. I'm just having some problems.
Processing. Believe me, we understand.
When you said that you were going to be removing them from existence, and I was thinking, well, we don't know how all this is going to evolve, because if you remove what they've done, then, I mean, who they are. If you remove them from how they interacted, then things that they've caused to happen.
Very 80s time travel sci-fi. Right now, it's more Bill and Ted than Back to the Future.
Reality really is more Bill and Ted rather than Back to the Future. I do have this question. The guys who returned, for example.
Yes.
When did they return to the guide realm? Did they have a home?
They have the home they had before.
They come in and
Everything's as they left it. No. Oh, that's what it's like.
what?
It's like Encino Man.
Encino Man meets Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure?
Yes. That level of what's going on here? You're thinking we Back to the Future? No.
No.
It's like they just pop in, or they wake up and everything's different for around them, but they had everything the way they had it. And it's nuts up here right now.
Is it also happening in the physical, or do you know?
It hasn't reached there yet. So we don't know what's going to happen with the physical yet. By physical, I mean universe of the souls.
Yes.
It's starting to reach the soul realm, which is what we're thinking is going to happen, is that souls will come back into the soul realm, not incarnated.
For instance, like say they had erased some souls or taken some souls out of existence.
Yes.
But these souls will return, but they will return to the soul, to their soul self, not to their physical incarnation self.
Yes. As near as we can tell right now, that's what's going to happen. Because as we're speaking, it's just starting to hit the soul realm. Believe me, it's nuts up here.
Okay, there's a term that a phrase I use. Everything always works out.
Yes.
But, how can I say this? It is the one I always hoped would happen.
Even though you didn't know it, it's what hoped would happen.
No, I did know it.
Oh.
But I didn't fully understand what I was hoping.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
I was hoping this. But I didn't understand what it was that I was hoping. Because that happens to me a lot here in the physical. Mm-hmm. That I know things and I act things and I react things and I feel things. And I'll know something, but I won't know what on earth I know or why I know it. That's being in separation like that. That's a normal way of processing. So I just thought, but like all the souls who had been lost because of this, it really bothered me. I mean, it really bothered me, and it was like, it's not fair. And I don't do good with not fair.
No, you don't.
And so I was sort of at a place of, how can we fix this and how we can do about it? And I was like, well, I know God knows of them, but how is he going to do this? He's going to recreate this or do this. And so I'm sort of...
They're just popping back into existence.
But that's beautiful and perfect. From my perspective, from my way of thinking and looking and feeling about it, that's what?
Just play Pretty Pop Who's the World. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. It's sort of what's happening. It may take us a little while to process everything.
The thing is, okay, I have been working really hard to counteract what they've been doing. I knew things were wrong. I knew things had to be done. And I was trying to counteract. At the same time, I was trying to stop what the negative thing that I saw happening and fix what could be fixed. But it was a very never-ending battle.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as you know, every time we had taken a step that should have gotten everything okay, it never worked.
Yes.
I don't know. Here's another element, okay? This is what I'm trying. The way life is here on Earth. I'm going to be very specific. I'm speaking from the perspective of Earth right now. The way things are here on Earth right now is this way because of incredibly long time periods of bad things happening.
Mm-hmm.
When this is undone, it changes. Because we're not talking about the guide room or the angelic room. We're talking about who is going to be living in. Who lives here? Is here even here? Are they going to be humans as we know it, or are they going to look and be different? Are we going to change, or is it going to go back to a certain point and then we're just going to level off and go from there? Or is it going to just continue to hold on. I'm sorry, I'm doing both of them. Okay, I'm speaking from the physical points of view, but there is a part of me that is answering the questions and moving on the other level. And I'm getting a little bit of that feedback through this.
Mm-hmm.
So that means my words are going to make no sense because I'm going to have multiple conversations and things happening at once. And it's going to sound like I'm on drugs.